What we're not going to do is shame articles for their customs. As long as no one's getting hurt, we mind our business over here. "2019 Kuwaiti telenovela Juman is centered around a young woman with the same name. We get to see her evolve from student, wife, mother, and career woman, and watch all the drama she goes through along the way after marrying her heart's choice. Not so much her families. Her family, extended family and in-laws share the screen time, and watching them will have you thinking, with family like them, who needs enemies?" Before we get into the details, I've made a map of the family tree so you know how all the characters are connected, if you're interested. Juman had me rethinking my stance of marriage. Perhaps being alone for the rest of my life isn't such a bad thing, because Juman, her sister, and her cousin go through the absolute most. Juman comes to find out her husband's possessiveness comes with a backhand. Her sister Ruzan can't keep her husband in her bed, and cousin Shahed gets harassed by her husband for not being able to conceive. Shahed, how you gonna let yourself be bested by a troll? I mean, it's the audacity for me to demand what he demands looking like that. You need therapy for your daddy issues, love, because what? I could never. I mean, if all men are going to have the nerve, the least you can do is find one who lessens the pain. And that part in the book, Never Chase Men Again by Bruce Bryan, says that never be too accessible before a serious relationship develops. Do not allow yourself to be available to a man, as men quickly tire of that which is easily obtained. Never has a passage been given a better example than Rosanna and her husband, because the moment she disassociates from this MFR and he starts to feel her becoming distant, that's when he gets his act together. And you know, women leave in their hearts before they leave the actual house. She should have just followed through all the way right from the start, because fixing somebody's son should never have been her ministry. With Juman, a part of me wanted her to go back to not wearing the hijab. Hear me out, hear me out. Her reason for continuing in the end is very noble, and I can totally respect it. But she took her husband back, and he was the one who coerced her into wearing it in the first place. If it was me, I would keep it off to force him to deal with his insecurities, and then down the line go back to wearing it for my own reasons, once I was sure he had humbled himself and or gotten therapy. But that's just me, and if that makes me petty, this whole presentation made me feel like sometimes us women are just too lenient when we've been done in. But for every 3 compassionate women, there's one who can let a wound fester till everything around them is tainted. It would be unfair to side-eye only the men of this clan without mentioning Iman, Shahid's mother, who is an honorary inductee into the Toxic Family Member Squad. A viper-tongued woman with a victim complex. This woman is so petty, so petty. The series doesn't pretend to be more than it is. The story is the main focus, and if you prefer fireworks and razzmatazz, give this one a miss. I gave this one 3.5 stars. But if family drama is your meat and potatoes, let me start you out with this hors d'oeuvre next. Or you can let this bell let you know when there's more on the menu.